So, join me in this Onpage SEO audit for Elcin Aesthetics. That's located in New York. Okay, let's get started, and we are going to do this together in terms of rewriting everything. So, SEO is just optimizing your website such that it ranks high in Google. You show up for more and more keywords for the various services you offer, and yeah, you're that way able to get more customers, generate more revenue, blah blah blah. The very first thing I notice here is that you're using you're using Squarespace as your CMS. CMS is just a content management system like WordPress and all the others, and I only use WordPress. It works for me. It has a lot of plugins and themes you can choose from, and I do not like this one at all. I think it leaves a lot. There is this floating text here that's kind of wavy from left to right, rather from right to left. The fonts, the buttons, the text, the alignment, the colors, the pictures. I don't like any of this, and we are going to go through it together and see how we can improve everything. So starting from just the user experience here, you can, if you look up here, for example, it's black text on black hair. So this completely disappears, and this is, I guess, a video in the background or a GIF that has been looped. But then in order to keep the website speed up, the quality of the video has been affected. It has been really dropped down. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having it in the first place. I like that it's there. It's very good. It shows the different procedures. It shows you working on clients. But then it's so low quality that it brings the it brings the whole thing down. Let me show you what I mean by that. And the reason why I like to use WordPress to begin with is if you can compare this, the kind of aesthetic we no pun intended, but the kind of aesthetic we need to have for a website that's about aesthetics, that's about looking good and feeling good, has to be luxury. It has to be top notch. And I want you to compare this to, for example, this. Do you see a difference? Do you feel a completely different branding, a different feeling, a different aesthetic for everything? You can see. And this is WordPress. This is a WordPress theme right here. Another example you can look at is this one. I know this is a hotel, but you get the idea of having an image here that is related to wellness and aesthetics instead of a picture of this building. You can look at this font, you can look at the icons and how everything is laid out. Look at this page, for example. Very beautiful, very luxurious feeling, and that's the kind of vibe we want to give up. That's the kind of perception I need to have. Let me show you one more. For example, look at how beautiful this is. And these are very easy to implement in WordPress. You see how that picture changes color. You see how nice it looks. You see how it's a dark picture, and the font is white, so it doesn't get lost in the picture behind. For the menu, you can see this form here. You can see, you get a whole different feeling. So first things first, I would switch from Squarespace and just use WordPress, or pick a better Squarespace theme. But for me, WordPress is for medical spas like yours, it absolutely knocks everything out of the water. So let's get started with the on-page optimization itself. When your website loads, actually, let me see how fast the website loads. by letting that run in the background. We shall get back to it in a bit. But when it loads, the keyword you're trying to optimize for is not there in your title. Now the title and the description are what appear. Those are the things that appear here, as you can see. And just having the brand name is not enough. We need to have what exactly do we do. So something like, where is it? Wellness medical spa in Brooklyn or something like that, or the best wellness spa, or the best medical spa, or the #1 this, or the highest rated that. We need to have that within the site title itself. And WordPress gives us plugins we can use like Yoast and Rank Math to stand out here, because for a first time visitor, someone who's just browsing, this title tells them nothing because they don't really know about the business. And the other problem is we can't rank for a keyword where we are not targeting. So expand this not just for the brand name, but let's add something here. So instead of just having it say Elcin aesthetics, let's have it say something #1 with spa in Brooklyn. Let's have the keyword and the location. Those are very, very important, those two things. And let's have it in the description as well that shows up under the title. Let's have a keyword there, something wellness, Brooklyn or Manhattan, or whichever area it is that you serve. And then here, every page has what we call, headings. So this is an H1. This is the biggest heading on your website in the eyes of the Google bot. This is what the page is about. But I'm saying here, you have 4 different H1 headings. Even something like this that is just telling people to follow you on social media is being tagged as an H1. So every single page on your website should have strictly only one H1 heading, because so it now looks like this page, your home page, is about 4 different things. Even follow us on social. You get, so that's this heading. You should change it to match with whatever keyword we are trying to rank for. So best med spa in Manhattan, or best wellness center in Manhattan, something like that. And change the respective heading tags. So we have the H1, the H2 is under it, the H3 is under each H2. So let me give you an example here. So if what you are trying to optimize for is this, right, external aesthetics, we shall come. We may come to this later. We'll see. If you're trying to optimize for what do they say here? Medical spa in New York. Okay, maybe New York is very broad. This says Brooklyn, right? You can come here and say something like #1 medical spa Brooklyn, something like that. Okay, or the best or highest related, as I said. And then the title tag is going to be what we want to appear here in Google, next to our website, next to our homepage. So something like this medical spa Brooklyn, New York. Then we have the brand name, Elcin aesthetics. I hope I'm spelling that right. And I think you can see the consistency we have. And then with the meta description, we are aiming for about 156 characters. We can give a better, a more detailed description of what we do. The meta description is this, what appears here. And I think here you can see we have a problem, because this should be your website's logo right here, but those things are easy to fix. We are Elcin aesthetics, the #1 medical spa in Brooklyn, New York. Dealing in microneedling, facials, what else is there? Massages, etc. Something like that. You get. What's important here is that our keyword, medical spa in Brooklyn, is here, and it's also here. It's what you are trying to rank for. Okay, let's remove this number one. And, it should actually be like this. It's what's there. It's what's there, and it's also what's there as well. And then for the H1 tag, it's the overall most important tag on the website. What is this page about? This particular page. Okay, and then we carry on with the same medical spa in Brooklyn, New York, something like that. And I think you can see that consistency that comes all the way, where the focus keyword is supported by the title tag, which is supported by the meta description, and then someone comes to the page, the very first thing they see is what they clicked on, medical spa in Brooklyn. That we call that message match, and it's very, very important for people browsing, because you want to click on medical spa in Brooklyn and land on a page that talks about selling shoes or something. You get. And then we need to have the relevant H2 tags under this. So things like services we offer, reviews, FAQs, why we are different, maybe a link to our blog. People can also book now. We can embed a booking form in there, and then the H3 tags here are going to be the children of each individual H2 tag where necessary. So under services here, you'll have H3s like again, we do microneedling, we do facials, we do massages, we do IV therapy, something like that, blah 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 blah. And then under FAQs, you're going to have the most ask questions about what it is that you do, where you're located, hours of work, blah 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 blah, things like that. Your people who work there are certified, it's a clean environment, etc etc. So just like that. And then the word count on the home page is 407, and that is very, very low. We need to have something at least 1,000, 1,500 going up, stuff like that. And writing out all this content is going to help you hit that goal. This one is very, very low for 400-ish words. And then for page speed, I think this one is done. What? Okay. Primarily because you have this video in the background, and Squarespace, this one is it's very laggy. There's a lot of moving elements on the thing, on the home page. On mobile, it takes up to, think about it, up to 17 seconds for the entire website to load on mobile. Desktop is a lot better, but like more than 3/4 of website traffic these days is mobile, so this should be our primary target, or our primary focus. And if you switch to WordPress, these things are very easy to fix, to get this number to that magical 2.5 seconds and below. We can use what we call a CDN. What that does is it creates a small, every time someone visits your website, it creates a small copy of the web page and stores it on their browser, such that when they reload, it's not actually fetching it from the server, it's just fetching it from the browser, so it loads a lot faster. It makes it look quick. We can use smaller image files instead of let me take a look at this. No, it's the image. Yep. I can see in the top in the URL section here, it's showing me that you're using a CDN. Squarespace, I think, automatically uses one, but it's let me see. It could be better. And then the other thing we need is the image format you're using. I think most of these are JPEGs, and you need to convert them into what you call WebP. it's the fastest. It's small in terms of file size, but then it retains the image quality, so the pictures load very fast. So yeah, that's it for mobile. For page speed, those are some of the things you need to do. On WordPress, there are plugins you can use to reduce the size of your JavaScript and your CSS such that it loads a lot faster. So we come down here to this page. Maybe let me first go past those. We need to have a review section. You have 4 reviews so far, and this is very new. Your clients really love the work you do. Can you write review, please? This AI generated. Anyway, your clients love the work you do very much, and you should be proud of it. You should be proud of it. You should be able to import these and display them on your homepage right here. So absolutely, don't leave those behind. Socials, I've checked out your Instagram, it's very active, that's a good thing. And then there's just this that I think is supposed to link to Facebook, but it doesn't look good at all. And then for this, when someone comes to your website to book, are you using Calendly? This looks like Calendly right here. If this is what you're using, I would encourage you to switch to something like Acuity Scheduling or any of the scheduling platforms that are there. And they're not that expensive. I think Acuity is the cheapest. It's like $20 a month or something like that. And within it, people can see all the services you offer, summarize within a window like this. They can select a service, they can add on one service to another. They will check out, it handles the calendar and booking, refunds, it sends reminders via text and via email. It's just an excellent platform that I love for that. Yes, even here down here, like you say you're available 7 days a week, but then you don't really tell what time you're available 7 days a week. So Google loves consistency. You get there's what they call NAP information. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. But you can also add in things like the time. Those things have to be consistent everywhere. If you're going to mention that you're open, tell them when you're open, from what time to what time, on which days. Let's just dig deeper into a service page. I'll get rid of this button here for each of these book virtual consultation, which I think is what you have here, because people, I think there's an alternative for people to either book a consultation or to check out or to book the session itself. Is that the case? Anyway, let's first look at this first service here. And I don't know why it opens in a new tab. It should be the same tab because I've clicked on it and it's what I want. Anyway, we come here. This says this picture shouldn't be here. I already know I'm on this website. I already know the things you want and the location. Let's focus on toxin services for the toxin services page. You get and here you go on about, there's a FAQ section here, but then the copy you have on toxin services, and I'm guessing this is how it is for all the other services on the page. It's very small. It's this entire page has 300 words, 379, but most of them are down here. Like there's barely anything here, and yet you can talk about this in great detail. First of all, this should be toxin services in Brooklyn or Manhattan or whatever the location is, and the description is also missing. There is no H1, so there is no clear indication to Google what exactly this page is about. It should be toxin services in Brooklyn. on Manhattan or the specific location, but then talk about the service, talk about who it is for, talk about who it is not for, talk about how much it costs, talk about the risks and side effects involved, talk about common myths, talk about blah 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 blah. Have various pictures that are only about toxin services, and then what to do. You can even have further individual pages that talk about that, discuss this, if these are things people actually search for. So you kind of mention some of these things here in FAQs, but they shouldn't be in FAQs. This should be the body of the page, and then FAQs are just quick one-twos that people Google about that specific topic. So yeah, you need to write out this page exclusively. Let's look at other services. Okay, and then also when you're setting up in terms of website structure, when you're setting up the website, because here it says elcinaesthetics.com/services, right? But when I go to a service like this one, it takes me to elcinaesthetics.com/toxin. It should be the domain name /services/ that individual service. It's good for website architecture. It's a very good way to set them up such that the child pages are always under their respective parent pages. Pictures here, let's see. You see this one also, it's domain name /toxin pictures. So in the eyes of Google, these pages all have the same authority because they are all children of the home page, which shouldn't be the case. And this one is completely blank, so we should fix that. Yes, what happens when I click look now? I don't know why the URL is not working. I don't know if it expired or something like that. But yeah, instead of taking them to Calendly, we should have let's send them to Acuity to book a session. And again, this sends me to Calendly, but then this sends me, much as both of these, this say book now, this is sending me to something else. So let's do it quickly here. Let's do it here. Services toxin. I need to find a service I resonate with more. Let's see. Medical weight loss. Wait, let me just explain it here. Okay. Let me see. Medical weight loss. Microneedling, for example. I think you see the difference here. Instead of microneedling being a child of the home page, let it be a child of the services page. And then here, it's the same. Okay, what you're trying to rank for is microneedling in Brooklyn or in Manhattan. Okay, then it's going to be the title. What do you want to appear in Google? Best or number one or most highly rated microneedling services in Manhattan. Okay, and then here in the meta description is the same. We are the best at this is what we do. This is what sets our microneedling services different. Okay, but as long as we mention these keywords in our meta description, and the H1 tag, it's essentially going to be the same as this. And then let's have different headings in there, what you're about. How does the microneedling session, how is it here at Elcin Aesthetics? What do we begin with? What comes next? What should you wear? How can you prepare? What are the side effects? Who should not do this? Is it, pregnant women? Is it, blah, 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 things like that. Then under each of those, we have an H3, and, let's aim for at least 1,500 words, and, a page speed of at least 95. We need to raise it from, 31 and 53 as it is here. So there's that. There's an about us page here. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. I like this. You guys have your pictures here. That's good. This is my favorite page on the website so far. Okay, this is very clear about us. Who we are, and one single H1 on the page. This is the best page on the website. I love that. Contacts, email. I see you're using a Gmail address here, but you already own your domain name, so instead of using Gmail, why not use your own domain, like info at Elcin Aesthetics or something like that, or contacts or whatever at Elcin Aesthetics. Let's do that. Yeah, and it you know, you can sign up for what's called Google Workspace. It's only costs like $6 a month per user, something like that. It's very cheap. It's easy to set that up. Oh, and I've noticed here you have different locations which you serve. And yes, we can create individual service pages that are targeted towards each of these. So yes, microneedling in Queens, we can have a page for microneedling in the Bronx, another one for White Plains, and so on and so forth. Newsletter. I hope this one is active. Your newsletter. People sign up with their email. What are you giving them now? Do you have like a weekly drip sequence that you're sending them? In terms of this, as if your blog post is active and you're uploading new blog posts every week, which we are going to come to that in a second, you can send them highlights of the things you covered, summaries of the best blogs of the week, or any news that are going on in the wellness space, anything new that has come up. You can send them 5 tips to do this, 7 tips to do that, how best to do this heading into the festive season, stuff like that. You can send them discounts, you can send them anything like that. So this is very easy to run because I'm subscribed to a few newsletters that are absolutely exceptional, and I've picked up some of their habits along the years. So there is that. Oh, I forgot to mention, for a website like this, that's a local service business website, there are 2 fundamental things you absolutely must have above your header right here, and that's your phone number, a clickable phone number up here, and your location. And I don't see those here. Those must be there, especially for mobile, because like 75% of traffic now comes from people's phones. So that has to be here, such that when the website loads and someone wants to do a quick inquiry, they can just click and reach out to you and talk to you. And also they need to know the location where you are. Let me wind this up by talking about the blog. So go, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've written 8 new blogs this year, and that number we need to do better than that, because there's so much potential material to write given the services you offer. But let's look at one here, just for example. Does microneedling work? Okay. When you're going to write a blog post targeted towards something like this, like does microneedling work, you need to first we have to do keyword research to find is this something that is worth writing content for. both in terms of it can be one of two things. One can be search volume that doesn't get any search volume, or you create what we call silos or clusters of keywords. So you can find all keywords related to microneedling and then create different group them into individual blog posts. Like maybe this blog post is about the side effects of microneedling, so we write those, keep them aside. This one is about this one is about that, and then we write a separate cluster for those, and then add them to our website. So in terms of keyword research, that's what we need to do. So I hope you looked at that when you're writing this. But then the very first thing I see is it's very, 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 very short. If I'm guessing, this is like how many words? Like 200? This can't be 400 words. What? Anyway, maybe they are, because most of my blogs they're about this wide. I don't do full screen width. But anyway, let's look at this. So you have the title here. Each blog post you write needs to be, again, at least 1,000 words. That's what you're aiming for, because you want to completely exhaust this topic. You want to actually come here and Google this, okay, this keyword you're trying to rank for. Does microneedling work? You're going to find the top 5 highest ranking people, highest ranking pages. So maybe you'll leave Healthline and My Cleveland Clinic and medical news to them, because those are very, very big brands with very, very high domain authority. But if you came here to this guy right here, does microneedling work? Do you think this can outrank this just based of what they wrote on page? So we need to have that. We need to have a cover picture like they do here. This is what appears in Google Images. If you come here, that picture is what shows up. We need to have that. Even this can be better, even though they did a pretty decent job at it. Cover picture, we need to have a table of contents. We need to have different headings. H1, this one has none. The only thing it has is everything that is blog comments. So H1, heading 2s, heading 3s. We need to have pictures in this, pictures with alt attributes as well, etc., etc. An FAQ page at the bottom of the blog post that is specifically talking about this. So yeah, and obviously, again, using WordPress, you can really nail it down, because the plugin essentially guides you. So this links out to Reddit, this links out to Reddit, this links out to the homepage, this links out to Reddit. Don't do that. Don't don't spam links all to the same page. Try to put yourself in the shoes of the person that's searching for this. If they landed on your page, would they get the value that they're looking for? Alternate between long paragraphs and short ones, bullet points, to keep the whole thing interesting. Well, I like that you linked out, but you linked out everything to one website, which is Reddit, by the way. It doesn't matter that you link to your own user profile. That can be better. And then also here at the very top, you can't see it, but it says the domain name /blog, and then the URL is just a bunch of let me show it to you here. If you look like in the where are you? Actually, I did it well for some of these, because for this, if you look in the bottom left, it says the blog and then the title. You don't need to have the entire title in the URL. Just pick out the key keywords you're trying to rank for. I think this one is like the Oprah effect. So this one can be like domain name /blog /Oprah effect, medical weight loss, transforming word, like something like that. You know, you don't need to have the entire keyword. But in here, none of the keywords is there. It's just a bunch of, it looks like a code. So that's something we can work on as well. Testimonials, what is here? Oh, yeah, generated. Oh, this is really nice. I absolutely love this. This needs to be on the home page as well. We need to put this, and I love this little summary here that you know, breaks down everything. Other than that, what's on Facebook? Let's see. As we wind up here. Yeah, your Facebook is also very active as well. That's a good thing. Phone number is there, email address is there, though, you know, I insist to use the domain email address instead of Gmail. Yeah, this is good. No reviews yet, but you know, once we get, you know, the reviews reviews on Google here going, you know, we can really get that moving as well. Anything else? We can update these pictures every once in a while. We can add more audio sessions. Is this a booking link? Oh, okay. So use Fresher. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is good. You know, we can embed this form here on the website and have it there as well, because this makes things very easy. You can select, you can add. Yeah, this pretty much explains what I, you know, I was explaining what you need Acuity for. Yeah, don't want to keep you here too long. There's definitely a lot of things that, you know, you need to change to really take advantage of the good work you've done, and you know, people need to find you because your clients love you, and we need to get the message out there. So thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.